presented this is that our results look already getting a good value for the dollar. In Milford, we're spending $9,750 per child. Compare that to the state average of $10,700. We're $1,000 a child less, and yet we believe we're achieving great results. And then if you compare it to the pretty big districts over here, we're also getting great results. We spend less than they do. And another point that I made to people as we talk about this is that this was before last year we made cuts. We made $4 million worth of cuts on our forecast. So this number would really need to go lower in comparison to the state and their other schools. You can stop me at any time. And then look at our achievement. Our achievement in 07 and 08, that was, we did not pass by the 08. But this was, you know, when you compare it to where we are now, it looks like we finished. But this is still excellent. Over 100 usually get an excellent grade. We get an excellent distinction. There are some schools, this has been kind of confusing to the public, they had a score. This is your average score. Performance index. It's your average of all your state scores. All what all the kids have done. So some of that labeling is kind of confusing to the public because it doesn't really focus on what is the score that all kids are using. So in Milford, 128 back in 07, 08, good score. And then even if you pass the levy in November of 08, it'll be 125. Good score, so it's a distinction. Then look at this jump at 104 and 104.4 and now at 105.1. Now this has not been released by the state because when we have all the scores, we just have to go back and figure it out. We don't need the state to tell us it's 105.1 so we know what the kids scored on the test. So if you look at these scores, it's kind of increasing level of performance. Even though slide before this, I showed you that we're not spending as much as some other districts. The results we get are really outstanding and seem to be getting better. Now, somebody might make a conclusion and say, well, why don't you just keep cutting? You're doing so well. You know, why don't you keep cutting? We believe, and that's on another slideshow, we believe that we've reached the point where if we cut now, if we have to cut the $4 million that would be raised by a new levy, that these cuts will be severe. And the board hasn't made a decision about what those cuts will look like. But we're going to report to the board on Thursday about what they could look like and what menu that they could choose from. The board is not going to take the job, and they're not going to pass cuts before the rest is decided on. That will be after, but we do think it's important to inform the public that there are some things that are doing.
As Dr. Farrell said, if for some reason the levy does not pass, we will have to present a menu of options to the board on try to find that $4 million that the levy is doing. And as Dr. Farrell said earlier, we're already cut, and we've cut deeply into our programming, and it's to a point now where if we cut any more, we feel like it's going to have a detrimental effect on our instructional program. So these are the menu options. So these are things that we would have to try to look at and determine how to come up with $4 million. The first thing are elementary specials. Elementary specials, I'm using art, PE in the elementary schools. What would happen if we did that? First of all, we need $880,000 towards that $4 million. Some things that would occur because of that. Well, obviously, those things are very, very important. We feel as part of our instructional program for kids. We want to have this. So they would lose that to students. We would have to cut the school day short by 1 hour. We would have to do that in the elementary schools to allow for the teachers to have their planning time. Because generally what happens is that when the kids go to specials, that's when the teachers have their planning time. So the school day would be cut by 1 hour, and that'd be 1 hour of instructional time. In third through sixth grade, we're looking at numbers that would range anywhere between up to 30 to 35 kids in a classroom. And if we did that, and we get around 16 teachers, 16 teacher reduction out of those areas. That would be another $880,000. If you're wondering how we come up with this figure, we use a base teacher salary, and we add in insurance, and we add in all the benefits that they may get. And we say we use base teacher salary because when you have a reduction, those are the people that get reduced because they're on the bottom of the reduction list. So they get reduced first. So in a conservative way, that's why we use base teacher salary.
Our permanent improvement fund, there's a couple of reasons we need to keep a balance in there. One of them being that our number, so to speak, from the state that we called in the next 2 years, where they would allow us to use our credit that we got from building the 4 new buildings in this high school to build a new elementary without going to the taxpayer. But the state won't pay quite for everything. There are things that the local school has to. So if you don't have permanent improvement funds there, you wouldn't be able to take advantage of that state money. Plus, the state requires you to have at least a $500,000 in that permanent improvement to maintain your new building. So that's what, about 400-something thousand, Devin? About 437,000. So
yeah, I just wasn't sure if there was a surplus in that amount.
If we had a huge balance there, which we don't,
I know you guys just rolled that 1.5 not too long ago, so I just wasn't sure where we stood.
We've been using some of that. But that's what we're kind of budgeting.